Previously on The Great Ace Attorney. Susto's parting gift. It's a gun! Use it to shoot Ripper in the face. That's right, it's all come full circle. Naruto started this game with a gun, and he's ended this game with a gun. Die, Ripper! Holy shit! Naruhodō's got a gun! And now for the finale to one of the best Ace Attorney games in years. Hello! NicoB! Back with some more The Great Ace Attorney. When we last left off, I cut it off in an incredibly dickish place, and I'm so sorry about that. I just remember, like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Yes, I know. I did it right at the freaking finale, like right at the conclusion of that, but believe it or not, I mean, well, I guess you have to believe it, right? You can see the rest of this video, there's still quite a bit left. Even after we figured out who the bad guy is, there's still a lot left, and a lot of it's setting up for the next game, but so I had to say this for one more, all right? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Even I felt real bad about that cliffhanger. I was like, God, this is a terrible place to end this. Sometimes you just gotta take what you're given, you know? And I wasn't ready for a 3-hour finale, right? I don't have the fortitude for it, okay? But yes, we came to an amazing conclusion. Holy shit, that moment with Naruhodō, and when I watched it again, just, oh my God, when he's like, you know what, I don't give a shit who my enemy is. I'm gonna protect my client. I was just like, oh my God, it was so awesome. It's like, so especially just that growth from the beginning of the game. But also, I don't know, like, that had to be one of the best, like, final moments for any of these attorney guys, you know? For Apollo, for Phoenix, just that moment at the end would felt so much more powerful than I feel like a lot of the moments that are at the ends of other games. Not saying that the other ones were bad, it's just, again, in retrospect, you know? Like this one just feels more profound, and I think maybe just because we saw the growth more easily? I don't know, I still honestly don't know why it's so much more profound, but that's just kind of the way I felt when I watched it. I did actually see some of you guys mention that apparently this game was originally supposed to be a trilogy and not just a duology. But I guess Capcom forced Shu to shrink down to a duology, I guess? That's kind of disappointing though, if that's the case. Actually makes me wonder then, would Van Zieks have been the main prosecutor for all 3 of them? Actually, it would have been pretty awesome. I can't wait to see more Van Zieks, really. But anyway, last episode, Tahir von Bonsai said, Krogray wanted to blame Gina for the murder, so he asked Gregson for information. Gregson probably just told Krogray to testify that he witnessed the murder, explain that there was a peephole. I see, yes. So I was confused initially, like, what did he tell him? How did he know that that was the thing he needed to tell him? No, he just, of course, he just told them that, just tell him exactly about the, oh, by the way, this actually brings me up to something else that like, they do not explain this at all in the game, but it only hits me long after I finished recording this. I was like, so Gregson told about the blood on the coat, but then I was like, wait, how did he know about the blood on the coat, right? Because that wasn't in any of the evidence. It was that time he eavesdropped on us. Remember when he was suddenly, like, turned around, he was listening to us? I'd completely forgotten about that. So there was a purpose to that. And again, an explanation to why he knew about the blood. So he told him, like, okay, you can tell him this information that you can only have seen. We found out there was a blood spatter in the coat. I know it isn't our victims, but it is blood that you can use. And just say you look through the peephole. But neither of them realized that, of course, that the peephole was not there before, which ended up being their downfall, basically. Of course, I don't know. Sometimes you're thinking about something a certain way for so long that you sort of like, I guess you don't see the forest for the trees. Is that right? I don't know. But sometimes you just kind of like, you just don't see it even though it's like right in front of you. But thank you so much to her for confirming that and explaining that. It really did actually help me wrap my head around it better. It is for that reason you are comment of the day. But yeah, I just gotta reaffirm how this game really does go out of its way to explain stuff. And I did mention before, and you guys probably saw in the last episode, right, where I was a little miffed about the whole cat door thing and reasons behind it. They do get explained, all right? So don't worry if you felt anyway the same way I did, and it honestly helped to alleviate that. So, and that's something I really have appreciated for this game. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this fantastic ending, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave it to Past Nico. Take it from here, man. There's nothing left for you to hide behind. You made a deal with Inspector Gregson to escape punishment for your crimes. This can lead us only to one conclusion. You, Rupert Krogray, the third intruder at the crime scene. You are the murderer! You killed Hatch! Duh! Screw this! Burn in hell, traitor! Oh my God! Oh, shit! Jesus Christ, you just snap his neck?
Bailiff, hurry and restrain that man! Quickly now!
Oh, fuck me! Whoa! And that's it. It's all over. Death would have been preferable to another day in the slums. Death would have been preferable to another day in the slums, with the absolute bottom of the ladder. I cursed the day I was born to a tradesman. My parents did nothing but argue every single day. I'd never even seen money before. Did we restrain him? I mean, he's got handcuffs on. I resolved myself to study as hard as I could, also I could escape from that life.
And then you became a telegraphist. You made a commendable effort.
But despite all that, you stole Steve's secrets and tried to sell them. What on earth drove you to do such a thing? Isn't it obvious? I just wanted money. Even now, I wake up in the middle of the night, plagued by dreams of the slums. I wanted so much money that I would never have to worry about those nightmares again. And that was when I met him. When I met that wretched man, Cosmo Gundle.
I could turn your skills into unimaginable profit. Trust in my plan. Together, we will have untold riches.
Damn. Magundal promised me a great sum of money in exchange for stolen confidential telegrams. As the one in charge of routinely checking the ministry's telegraph room was child's play. You gave in to the devil's whispering in your ear.
Stealing the government's case classified information is no doubt a very serious crime. And also you murdered somebody too, so you're like doubly dead.
I knew that. I took so many precautions in hopes that the deals would go smoothly. That's why you resorted to using a music box, I suppose. My father was a bricklayer. He divorced my mother when I was young. Mortar Middleton. My father was skilled with his hands, and he had once been the apprentice of a music box maker. It's no great feat to make a box that only plays Morse code. With that in mind, I visited the high street in search of my father. And then, for the first time in 10 years, we were reunited.
Look at you, Rupert. You become such a fine gentleman. I almost didn't recognize you.
He was nothing like the man I knew. He seemed to be just a frail old man. No matter how desperate he was, my father would never break the law. If I told him the truth, he most likely would not assist me. So I told him, I have something to ask of you. Would you be able to make a music box disc?
Music box disc?
I have a friend that composed some songs that I want to sell at a pub. I have 2 scores here ready to transfer onto the disc.
Okay, I'll do it. Fair warning, though. It's been 20 whole years. Tools I need to make them are still up in the loft. Give me a moment.
And that was how classified information was encrypted and embedded onto 2 discs. You divided the information. That was certainly cautious. It was also a means to protect myself. The trades with Magundal were to be split into 2 transactions. For the first transaction, I would give him 1 of the discs and the music box to play them. For this, I would receive 10 guineas. The second transaction was where we would trade the other disc for 1,000 guineas.
Oh, wow.
It's the murder on the omnibus. Happened during the latter transaction.
Jesus.
Yes. I sold him the information according to the plan we agreed on. But it seems he became uncomfortable over the price.
Damn! However, there is something I find rather strange. The one killed 2 months ago was not you, but your father, Mr. Mortar Middleton.
When I received 1,000 guineas after our first series of trades, I gave my father 200 as a sign of appreciation. But he was sharper than I thought. He appeared to have realized that these transactions weren't lawful.
Let me help you out with your next trade. If you won't let me, I can't accept any more of your money. to my father, that seemed to be the most logical course of action. I will board that coach and exchange the second disc with McGundle for the money. My father never learned just what was on those discs. It is impossible now for me to ever know what truly happened that night, but... my father had that disc stolen from him, and he never returned home again. At that moment, I was made painfully aware of McGundle's true nature. For the first time in 10 years, I finally uttered my father's name again, and then... I swore to take revenge.
Revenge?
Oh!
I'm sure anyone who knew McGundle could have imagined what would happen.
Oh, you're the one who set the coach on fire.
He exploited his assets in order to break the law and influence his trial. Ultimately, he destroyed the integrity of that trial. Forging evidence, tampering with the crime scene, bribing witnesses to commit perjury. Causing McGundle's trial was nothing more than a paid-off deception. That day, I just arrived in London. I was dragged into that trial with no idea of his true nature.
I had plenty of money saved up from all of our dealings, and 2 months ago, I used all of that to hire certain men. Many Londoners would stop at nothing for money. I learned that from McGundle himself.
No way. Mr. Crogray, you mean you...
Wow, you are on a roll, man! Yes, I suppose you've guessed the truth. The moment he was acquitted through his unlawful bribes. I ended the devil's life with my own hands!
Oh, shit. So we actually did get an explanation for that. I wasn't sure if we would, honestly. Wow. Wow. Okay. It's no wonder. I was wondering, it was like, why is he, like, almost seemingly defending McGundle? It wasn't so much that. He'd already gotten his vengeance on him, basically.
The accident two months ago
Was planned and carried out by yours truly.
It's the one that murdered McGundle 2 months ago. Was this man.
Preparation are complete, so if you would please move to the Crown Court.
Oh, it's much earlier than I was led to believe.
I'm very sorry. The plans have changed somewhat.
Well, you heard the man. I must excuse myself now.
So, okay, it sort of makes sense that they would actually explain this before, because I thought if they went to the next game, it'd be kind of hard to keep track of, you know? It'd be hard to remember the details specifically of this case. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Wow. What a cool twist, though.
I'll be stuck inspecting the crime scene for a while yet, I'm told. It seems that the omnibus will have to undergo another investigation, given the circumstances. They said that they want me to be present for it, if at all possible. That doesn't sound any bit weird to me, nope.
So that bailiff back then was...
Yes, I bought out the real bailiff and swapped him with a fake. McGundle twisted that trial with his money. He bought and used someone to plant that fake evidence in the omnibus. Then he threatened a witness, forcing her to give falsified testimony. So I did the same thing to him. I covered that omnibus in kerosene. I used fake bailiffs to send McGundle to the depths of hell, where he belongs. The end. That is how I avenged my father's death.
Oh, my lord. How terrifying. Good lord, man, you're messed up. So you stole classified documents, government secrets, tried to sell them off, planned the killing of McGundle, and also killed Hatch. You are like mega triple dead, by the way.
However, in all truth, there is one more thing that was bothering me.
What?
Of course, I'm referring to the second disc which my father took.
Indeed. At the trial 2 months ago, there was absolutely no mention of its existence. In other words, that disc disappeared from the scene of the crime.
Something came to mind at the time. I suddenly thought of the first time I had dealt with McGundle. Here is the first disc, and the music box to play it.
I see. What a cautious method. In any case, here's your 10 guineas, as promised.
What is this? Hatch's pawnbrokers.
It's the pledge ticket for our pawnbrokers. They're awfully handy little shops. There's no need to name yourself. Simply show the pledge ticket and say the password. I pledged a jewel there. Sell it and you will receive 10 guineas.
Quite an interesting use of pawn shops. I never have thought of that.
Are you perhaps not aware, Master Crowgray? To the city folk, London pawnbrokers are the most trustworthy of safe deposit boxes.
Oh.
If he had hidden my father's stolen disc on the spur of the moment, I realized there was no doubt that it would be in the pawnbrokers. And on that night, McGundle must have entrusted his pledge ticket to someone.
To Miss Jean Lestrade. Now I think about it, when I first met you in that pawn shop 2 days ago, you had a description of the defendant, didn't you? How did you know about her?
At that trial, there was a pickpocket who was clearly telling fabricated testimony. It was obvious to me that she had been threatened by McGundle to do his bidding. Thus, it was very likely that she had the pledge ticket. I found out all I could about her, just to be safe. I thought she may appear in the pawnbrokers on the last day to redeem the pledge.
Good guess, man.
And then as you predicted, Gina showed up.
And that is what happened. I'm glad I at least managed to pin down the location of the pledges. However, only the coat and the disc in its pocket were on the ticket. The important small box and the other disc inside of it were not part of that pledge.
That small box had already been surrendered 2 days prior.
If only I'd known that, then I would have had no reason to break in.
On the other hand, while we were proceeding with the investigation into the stolen intel, we discovered that Causey McGundle was involved.
Inspector Gregson!
He's still standing.
I was knocked out for a little bit there. Choked me out good. Snapped my neck, he did. It's alright, just popped it right back in place. We're all fine. We had to get that information back before it became publicized at all costs. We searched all of his belongings, and in order to pin it down as soon as we could, we at the yard started an urgent investigation.
Yeah, I see.
When the inspector took the disc from me that day, I grew afraid. There was still a second disc in the music box inside that pawn shop. I had to get them back before the police got them there first. That was my motive.
And that's why you broke into Hatch's shop on that night. Alongside your old friends, the Tin Pillar Men.
What happened that night can be called nothing short of a nightmare. While Nemi and Telly were rummaging through the counter, I searched the shelves for surrendered pledges, and I found the music box I gave to McGundle. Inside it was the second music box disc. As I placed it in my pocket, a wave of relief washed over me. But then, something happened that I could never have expected. Who are you fiends?
Bang!
A gunshot rang out through the shop, and I felt a sudden intense pain in my arm. The bullet that Hatch shot went through your arm. Yes, you are correct. And then, unfortunately, in my hand I held my pistol that I had taken with me, just in case.
You shoot me, I shoot you back, bitch!
Before I knew what I was doing, I'd reflexively fired a shot. I never intended to actually aim at the fleeing shopkeeper, nor did I plan to kill him. But Lady Luck had clearly had enough of me, and that bullet hit. It passed straight through the man's back as he ran through the door into the storeroom.
What a frightening turn of events.
All it took was a single moment. I'm sure the Tin Pillars left without even the foggiest idea of what had actually happened. I was frightened, and I ran from the shop. That is everything that happened in the pawnbrokers that night. Go ahead and execute my ass.
Will do. You called McGundle the devil. He used his financial power to twist the truth and run from his crime of murder. However, what you did was no different. He who fights with monsters should see to it that he does not become one in the process.
And yet, that is exactly what I did.
Dead! It's been quite a long trial. Holy dicks! We've been here for quite a while. That's a long recording, Nico.
Yeah, this was so. I fucking knew it. I told myself I wasn't gonna record this all the way to the end. But this was so fucking engaging, I just couldn't stop. I couldn't fucking stop. And I knew that in the back of my head. I'm like, that could probably, actually very likely will happen. And like I said, I couldn't figure out when it was gonna end, honestly. It was like 10 moments there where I was like, oh, this is it. This is the end. Better keep going. Better keep going.
But we finally made the truth clear. Inspector Gregson, where is Rupert Kroger's current status? He's fucking dead, Your Honor. He's currently in custody, being taken down to the yard. He's under suspicion of the pawnbroker Hatch's murder. And of leaking sensitive government information.
Under suspicion, he literally confessed to it. Fuck you.
Understood. And furthermore, Inspector, you will surely have to answer for your crimes as well. Of course, my lord.
Yeah.
In the end, you aided the culprit in attempting to escape his crime, even if you did to carry out a greater duty. It was an unforgivable obstruction of justice.
Defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Yeah? Of course I was here, didn't you?
The court will now announce its final verdict. You going to jail, bitch? Is that acceptable for me? Yes, my lord. The Garrett platoon is ready once for all. We have without average a single verdict for the fourth and final time. Understood. Now, members of the jury, announce your verdict before this court. Muzai.
Muzai. Muzai. Muzai. Muzai. Muzai.
Rasputin. No, whatever. Can somebody get a translator for this guy? Oh, yes, let's end this with some more beautiful lag.
Yes, the century of Gina begins now!
Oh, what? Yeah! The era of Gina begins now!
We finally did it, Ryu!
Oh, I thought we were done for more than 8,000 times there.
Ryu, you're the greatest attorney in the world!
Good, now go fill in my goddamn Naruhodō. Defendant, you still have much to answer for.
What's with the grim look? Oh, right, poetry thing.
Before you earn your freedom, you will still be charged with your other crimes.
Your what?
First and foremost, your false testimony at the trial 2 months ago. Second, your unlawful entry into Hatch's pawn shop. And finally, your attempt to claim McGundle's belongings as your own.
What? You didn't do any of that. You're having a laugh.
You wore that coat yesterday with a smile on your face, you little rascal!
Looks like we can't have over for dinner tonight.
Going to jail, Gina, for a little bit. I must say, however, never in my deepest dreams could I have imagined that Morse code would be carved onto a music box disc.
Neither could I. I need a swift drink right the fuck now. Indeed, it was a splendid attempt to utilize our blind spot. Oh, that does remind me. Our Japanese boy leaked that Morse code for all to hear right in this courtroom, no.
Oh, come on. You gonna hold that against me too? Really, man? You have my sincerest apologies. It's all I could do in order to get Inspector Gregson to confess. May I perhaps have a word about that? Was that?
Regarding the sounds played by the music box, I do wonder if that was actually Morse code.
What do you mean, Juror 5?
Well, you must know I am an absolute Morse code fanatic. The wolf reveals itself to me through the magical sounds of dits and dahs.
It sounds to me like you need new spectacles.
I can personally confirm that what we heard earlier was only a meaningless string of noises.
What? What? There's no way. Did we have the disc on? Put the disc in wrong? Was it upside down?
Sounds Morse code?
Ow, my slam's gone.
Sorry, can we listen one more time?
Don't be absurd there! Government secrets all this!
This courtroom is not the place to discuss the government's dispatch telegrams. Those men plan to use encoded discs to trade with enemy countries. As long as we have a confession of that from the culprit, no more is required of us. Maybe we had them in the wrong places. Maybe the top was supposed to go in the bottom and the bottom was supposed to go in the top. Drat, I was really curious. I want to know what's on there.
Defendant Miss Gina Lestrade.
Yeah?
I must say, you truly did draw a bad lot in this incident.
You say that again, old man?
You were thrust into a world full of forgery, bribery, and perjury.
Those are evils I would never wish to have to show to a child.
I see it every day down in the slums.
Really?
It's normal for the weak to get the short straw.
Gina.
But I think I understand now. If I want this cruel world to change, I have to start by changing myself.
Aww. That's right, little buddy.
Shut up, Naruhodō!
I see. Your heart is in the right place. I expect a great change for you in the near future. You better show up in DGS 2, bitch, I swear to God. Now, in the case of the pawnbroker Hatch's murder, I will now declare the final verdict for the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Not guilty!
Let the confetti fly, and also the fireworks. Shoot them off, baby, and try not to set the roof on fire this time. Oh my God!
That's actually what really killed McGundle. Those fireworks lit the carriage on fire and burned him alive. Oh, she fired one too! One grand finale, boom!
I swear I had a fireworks store here just in case I need to make escape later. Boom!
And with that, court is now adjourned, and Nico has completed another Ace Attorney game. Throw it on the pile, baby. Over 250 episodes of this motherfucker and still going strong!
Jesus Christ. Which, by the way, some of you guys actually listed it out, and yes, Ace Attorney is my longest running series. I've had more episodes of that than anything else, even Danganronpa. Danganronpa had like 190 or something. Wow! Holy crap! Good to know. Good to know I played a shit ton of these games. God damn. Really? What was the first Let's Play was it back in 2013 or 2014? I think, no, probably 2014. 2013 would be too early. Damn, though. Long ass time. Long time playing these games.
Everybody get the freaking doodly-doo out of here.
Close enough.
Hey, man. Are we best friends yet? No. Don't look at me. Can I have a sip? No. Are you even old enough to drink?
I think?
Personally, I must say I'm rather shocked, Japanese boy.
Sir! Why are we still in here? Why is the audience still in here?
Though you are Japanese, you managed to see through the deceptions of our nation. And you did this while defending another from our country, trusting and fighting until the end. It was a strange spectacle to play a part in. I don't think it was strange at all. Whether you're from the Great British Empire or the Japanese Empire, the fact that we're all human remains the same. Speak for yourself, I'm motherfucking Dracula, bitch. There is one sole reason I returned to this court. It was so I could once again cross blades with you.
Really?
When I first encountered you at that trial 2 months ago, I was forced to remember. I remember the Japanese man who gained my utmost trust, only to betray me.
Oh. That was the case.
Which side of him was the true him? I wanted to try and understand that man through you. You mentioned that before. That Japanese man had betrayed you. What happened to you? And also, who was it? I have faith that the time for you to learn will come. And I guess DGS 2. I understand. He's like, you know I'm showing up in that next game. I better. Me and my leg. Me and my swole leg. I left this court 5 years ago, bearing the title of the Grim Reaper. I will have to ponder what our meeting in court means for me. till we come face to face again, Japanese attorney.
Wow. Awesome. I love Fanzeeks and his big leg. I wonder if the Japanese person, I mean, it's gotta be someone I think we haven't met then, right? That's the point. We don't know who it is, but someone we haven't met, but they're probably gonna become central focus in the next game. So, oh yeah, baby! I can't make him wait. So that's good though. I'm glad just to know that yes, Fanzeek is gonna be back in the next game. He'll probably be our main rival again because I didn't get enough Fanzeeks. All right, we had 3 cases with them. Wasn't fucking enough. I need more Fanzeeks. It was fucking awesome, and I don't know. I was. Well, it's nice getting like a new prosecutor each game, I guess. It's, you know, sometimes it's like I feel back. It's like you just want to like get more of some of those other great ones, you know. I mean, we get Edgeworth. Edgeworth always comes back, and he even got his own spin-off of games. But you know, Blackwell, you know, like he came back for that one trial with Athena, and it wasn't really as a prosecutor. He did help. It was still a good moment, but it's like, man, like he was so good. I love battling against him. Same with Clavier. He came back once and we had like a fake battle, and it's just like, oh, it's nice. Just like it's like you just want more of them. Just want more of those guys. So April 17th, 5:24 p.m. Old Bailey Defend Lobby. Here comes the happy music.
And now it's all finally over.
Or is it?
Huh. I don't see Iris around.
Just looking for Mr. Kitty.
Oh! Congratulations, Gina! I knew I was right to believe in you. I knew you weren't guilty.
You really believed in me till the bitter end. It's so weird.
Of course I did. Because I had to tell you that I would. Stop being so tsundere, God.
It's the first time anyone's ever kept a promise to me.
Gina.
You know, I was kind of realizing something now. All my life has been back alleys and never given anyone else a trust. But that was because I was so afraid that they'd all betray me.
Yeah, I know, you silly nugget. I know.
The more you trust someone, the more unbearable it is when they hurt you.
Which again, I think, see that ties in a bit with what Van Zeeks was talking about. Apparently, someone he totally trusted, and then they betrayed him. So, like, ooh, So it's not like that trust will come back in probably the next game.
I think I know how you feel. That's how I felt during the trial 2 months ago, after all. The man I trusted betrayed me. I felt like my heart had been ripped in half. But I've realized something, too. Putting your trust in someone else all starts with trusting yourself. There's honestly no greater joy than when you realize you were right to trust them all along. I was able to remember that because of you.
Really? I don't know why you think so.
Well, I chose to trust you, Gina.
Knock it off already! Enough of the mushy shit. But I might have been thinking about it a little too.
Nick.
You know, that maybe it wouldn't be so bad to trust someone for once.
Gina.
The way I see it, Naruhodō. An attorney's worth is measured by the belief he has in his client, along with how much he can believe in himself.
Maybe your words are starting to get through to me.
Asogi! Does that count? Does that count as an Asogi ellipses? That's ellipses Asogi. You know what? I think at this point in the game, that's about as close as we're gonna fucking get, so I'm fucking counting it. Boom! We haven't had one in like a million episodes. We gotta end at least with one, right? One. Asogi!
Maybe I'm finally starting to live up to the attorney you thought I could be.
Excuse me?
Oh God!
Oh my God!
How long are you two going to keep pretending I'm not here?
Oh, is that? You're not hanging on a close hook like you always are.
Don't you be giving me that, Master Naruhodō. Do you have any idea how long I've been standing there in the corner holding my breath? I was ready to jump out and scream, "Ha! It's me, children!" But you just had to go and mess that all up!
Oh, look! It's those!
Sorry. Really like that song.
Aha! It's me, children!
No, you've ruined the moment again. Damn it, Naruhodō!
Alright, well, they went ahead and put all my blood back in me, and I'm fine now. Were you supposed to be at the hospital? Indeed, and I was. But I've broken my chains once again. Huh? Let's just say that I know 2 or 3 of the good director's weaknesses. He and I had a little chat, and he was more than happy to give me permission to leave.
It's going a bit too far.
Who cares? Anyway, good work out there today, Master Naruhodō. You really fought tooth and nail. Let me, as a friend, be the first to congratulate you. Oh, thank you.
Huh! Great detective, more like a deadweight detective.
What's that supposed to mean?
We were in a right spot of trouble, you know, but you just kept snoring in bed, bleeding out like a motherfucker.
Well, I suppose that shot did make me lose a fair bit of blood. Forgive me if I'm a little less lively than usual. Like my finger, cold as a corpse, isn't it?
Feel free to stop poking my neck, Mr. Holmes. Oh God, it is cold.
Are you dying? Probably. Anyway, I guess I should congratulate you too.
Geez, you really sound like you mean it.
I don't mean to scare you when I say this, but I have to wonder what happens next now that you've escaped the Grim Reaper's guilty verdict.
Oh, right. This sounds like you're trying to scare her, though.
Oh, that guy. The one that supposedly brings death to anyone who's not guilty of verdict against him.
Yeah, that's the one. And you know what happened to good old Magundal? Not that I especially care for the rumors, anyway.
Well, I guess I'm leaving the country then. Well, I ain't bothered by him, either. Not even a tiny bit.
Oh.
Because the Grim Reaper's supposed to be a god, right?
Well, maybe. Some religions probably have gods like that.
A god would judge fairly, right? Looks like Magundal do awful things, and then they're punished for it. That's karma, bitch. Maybe that's what this is really all about. The bloke's just reaping the meanings.
You know, you may be right. Hopefully you're right, because otherwise I ain't seeing you in DGS 2, and that would make me sad.
And of course, it's always wrong to take someone else's life, no matter who you are.
I'm not like them. That's why I get to be moving forward with my life. No looking back.
Good. It wouldn't be you otherwise, Gina.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, right. I forgot. I hadn't actually said it yet. I'm glad to see that your innocence has been proven. Congratulations, Miss Gina. I truly mean it.
No, you don't. But... Hey, Holmesy! When did you get here? Jeez, I moved all the way to the hospital to wait for you.
Aha!
Hey there, Iris. Sorry about that. But get a load of these two. You're not going to believe this, trust me.
What's the problem?
So I disguised myself as a bailiff and sneaked in, right? Imagine my shock when they didn't even bother to recognize me. Isn't that awful, Iris?
Well, it's not really their fault.
Huh?
Holmesy, you don't have anywhere near as much presence as you think. You better keep that in mind if you don't want to get yourself into a bother later.
Just okay, I will. Oh my God, she goes chastising like a little child. It's so fucking adorable. This is sad to watch. Oh, fine. I was just trying to have fun, Mommy Iris. Ah!
But it really is a shame, huh? I was hoping to get to celebrate your victory tonight, Gina. But you won't be able to come, will you? You'll be in jail. Right, but I don't think I'll be coming back for a while. Hope done me fair share of crimes, you know. Gonna make up for that now. Let's see. I was breaking in, trying to nick that guy's pledge.
Let's not forget the whole pickpocket thing.
That ain't a crime you did. It's my job. Got me a certificate and all. No issues there.
Now she's just lying.
It's a lie, yeah. That's my Kokichi impression. You like it? But maybe I should quit my job. Being in court made me think that maybe pickpocket ain't right. That's probably why you became an attorney.
I was never a pickpocket to begin with, Gina.
I'm gonna change, I swear. And then, I'm gonna make a place where all the back alley kids can live normal lives. Well, I bet you can do it, Gina.
Heh.
What's the chuckling for?
Aw.
I ain't crying, I want you to know that. Nothing. Sorry.
Gina Lestrade. The prison count is waiting in the back. Get ready to leave immediately. Get your fat ass in there.
I ain't got a fat ass, you right git. Oh, then I'm off, everyone.
All right, take care, Gina.
Naruhodō.
Yeah?
Oh, God.
Get ready to eat, little boy.
Oh, shit.
Why did you do that?
I haven't a clue. Times like these, I just don't know what to say. So I just shoot him instead.
Perhaps the words you are seeking are words that you have never spoken before.
What?
At times like these, I recommend saying thank you.
Huh? Yep. He's right, Gina. I don't want it. All right.
Oh.
Thank you, Naruhodō.
Oh. Oh. Oh, fuck me.
For trusting me through all this.
Oh my God, they tugged at my fucking heartstrings. No. No. Oh my God, someone fucking protect this poor child. God damn it. Oh my God. Oh my God, my insides. Oh, it's so cute and sweet, but painful too, and it's, must protect at all costs. Oh my God. Please, you've got to show up in the next game. You're just too fucking sweet, Gina. God damn it. All these characters are so adorable. I love them all so much. Oh my God.
No, I should be the one thanking you.
Oh my God. Oh, they wait till the end before we actually got to see her cry.
So, thank you, Gina.
Oh, a little smile of hers was so cute. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, this game. Oh, fuck this game. God damn it.
There she goes. Bye, what a lively little pickpocket.
Oh, so guys, I bought the latest newspaper at a shop nearby. It's a special edition. Today's trial is all over it. Huge turnabout in today's trial. The girl is innocent. Take a look.
You should have shown us this before Gina left.
Sorry, I forgot. I got a little emotional. Oh, one more thing. I've got good news and bad news for you.
Again?
Hey, you, Holmesy, which one do you want to hear first?
Oh, well, I guess I'll go with the bad news first. I won't listen to anything but good news.
Well, even here, your answers really show the difference between you two.
Leave me alone, please. God, just get the bad out of the way, then the good. Then you end with good. It makes complete sense. Shut up!
I'll start with the good news this time. The rain finally stopped. That was a record-breaking deluge of a storm.
Good. We won't have to get drenched on our way home.
What's the bad news?
I didn't actually save a bunch of money on my car insurance. That's what you think I got.
Well, that's a shame.
The sea is especially rough today due to the rain. Things are so rough at the port of Dover that all ships have been delayed by at least half a day.
Huh? The port of Dover.
Oh my God. Time to go find Suzuno and make the fuck out with her.
Time to go make babies with Suzuno before she leaves.
I'm gonna go give that girl a baby before she heads back home.
All right, time to go. Naruhodō time.
You got it. If we run for London Station right now, maybe we can say goodbye to Susie before she leaves.
What the pants? But there's no way we could catch a train to the port of Dover right now. Not to worry, Master Naruhodō. You see, I've already prepared for this ahead of time. For I have this, the first ever man-made plane. Oh God, what the? Is that a bicycle used to pilot? Come now, Naruhodō. Don't think about the specifics. Just hop on board. Oh no, I don't want to. Come on, Naruhodō. No, please put me down. Now I'm scared. Oh God, there's a lot of rattling. Is it supposed to rattle? It's all right. Here we go. It just starts pedaling down the road. Here we go. Lift off. Oh my God, we're in the air. Oh God, I'm gonna die. Barbie! Ah, I receive it.
And that's how the game ends.
What exactly do you think I am, Master Naruhodō? Mr. Holmes? Yes, I'm Mr. Holmes. I've already arranged for a special limited express from London down to Dover. If we go full speed ahead the whole way, we should be able to make it in time for dinner. Happen to know an inn that serves delicious paella with salt. Wow, a great detective really has a lot of influence. You've got that right, damn straight, boyfriend. Let's just say that I know 2 or 3 of the railroad company's secrets. Huh? All it takes a little chat, and then they give me top-of-the-line service. Jesus.
It's not blackmail, by the way. I would exactly advise you to keep using such methods to get your way.
Alrighty, off to London Station we go! With me and my gun!
We're gonna end this shit with an animated cutscene. We fucking better. And it better be a Suzuto and Naruhodō just making out. Like, and then Asogi's like, hey, Naruhodō!
Sorry, Sogi, but I gotta move on.
Naruhodō, who are you talking to?
Nobody here. Come here, baby.
Okay.
There's not enough making out in any of these games. God. April 18th, 5:32 a.m. Port Dover Pier.
That took a tad longer than I anticipated.
Susie's boat is probably leaving soon.
Suzuto.
There she is.
Oh, she's over there! I'm gonna tackle her. Looks like she's reading a book. She's gonna get glopped. Mata, no! Whoa, Suzuto! What are you doing?
Don't throw your book. You're my little buddy. You're my little law assistant.
Naruhodō, why are you here?
We came as fast as we could after the trial ended. Heard your ship had been delayed due to the rain earlier.
Oh, I see. Okay, but what about Gina?
She's fine. We won the trial. Kicking ass, taking names, sucking dick.
Aw.
I'm so glad. That is absolutely wonderful news.
What's that book you were about to throw into the sea? Is it the British Empire's Code of Law?
So you saw that. I have no right to have anything to do with law. I decided perhaps it was time to say my final farewell to it.
You're trying to leave law behind? Oh, because you cut a kitty door in the crime scene area? Whatever, alright? Well, I appreciate it, even if it was a little hard to get through. Suzuto of all people? No. Perhaps. What does perhaps have to do with the people of yours, Miss Suzuto? Which, by the way, I kind of wish you had told me about, because that would have really helped things out. But it's okay, I still love you.
I tampered with the scene of the crime, and I even tried to conceal that fact. The law doesn't take such an act lightly. Now that you mention it, how did you even get your hands on this? The night that horrible incident occurred,
Oh, they actually might explain this. Okay.
you invited Gina to dine with us. Yeah, that was great fun. After our meal, Gina gave us a bit of a lesson. She taught us the basics of pickpocketing. She did! That's how I managed to swipe Ryu's armband!
Please consider avoiding that in the future. This is really important to me. Mine.
Hey, you didn't even realize it was gone! In a bit of mischief, I decided to slip this into my sleeve. Oh!
That thing's bulky though as hell.
Then I took it with me to Hatch's Pawnburgers by accident.
Okay. Well, I'm glad they explained that.
It was an accident?
Okay. That does at least make it a little more sense. I still find just, in terms of storytelling and plot devices, it still seemed a little ridiculous that this device that was just weirdly specific and just kind of out there to begin with was like, yes, this is the key to it, you know? Because like the game said, this game is, I feel like, sort of, for the most part, is really kind of focused more on the realistic aspect and less about the goofy shit in Ace Attorney. And that just sort of goes back to the goofy shit. But they did have a reason for it, and that I do appreciate.
It was an accident?
Then,
Bang!
eek! Help, he's been shot!
Forget about me, Master Naruhodō. Okay. No, don't forget about me, Master Naruhodō. I was kidding. You were supposed to say no. And come back and save me.
After you left, Naruhodō, I couldn't help but be curious about the door.
The door to the storeroom.
I realized that if Gina was present, she must be inside the storeroom. Then I suddenly remembered the device I had up my sleeve. I was so worried about Gina that I just had to check.
And that's why you made the peephole.
That people ended up in a pretty clear photo. It's all thanks to Holmesy's automatic crime recording device.
Indeed, that turned out to be very important.
Thank God I put those up there. Otherwise we'd really be screwed. I just knew shit would happen at some point in there.
But once the people made, the answer to that question would become a powerful tool. He realized that there was a necessity to leave a way to prove it.
And on the other side of that door was a scene even more frightening than I could have imagined. It was then that I suddenly remembered. I recall the trial from 2 months ago.
Cassie McGundle's trial.
The criminal tampered with the crime scene and forced witnesses to tell falsified testimony. Back then, I felt as if I had been forced to see the darkness of British law. But then, I thought something awful. What if some sinister man had done the same thing this time as well? From the state of the crime scene, anyone would guess that Gina had shot Hatch. But I know that Gina would never shoot anyone.
The culprit could try to frame Gina.
Yes, when I thought of that, I realized. Would these circumstances not make it difficult to fabricate testimony?
What?
The murder happened on the other side of a door into a locked room. To create a false eyewitness testimony, you would need some kind of peephole.
Oh. And it was precisely that peephole carved into the door that was perfect for the job.
Of course, that peephole had been made after the murder. If the culprit knew that, its usefulness would be lost.
But you knew that it might work as a serviceable trap, yes. Trap? That's what the peephole was for?
And that's why you get the people a secret!
Oh, okay. Okay, so she didn't tell us because if we said it too early, they would not fall for the trap, I guess. I guess that's all right. It's still a little wishy-washy, but okay, I'll buy it. I mean, I'm glad at least going out of their way to try to explain it.
Even from the police! I was well aware that what I was doing was a crime. So I trusted the knowledge of my crime to Mr. Holmes alone. So Naruhodō had become cornered with no escape, and at the 11th hour... Give him my gun! This may be what he needs to cause the great turnabout. I suppose I was right.
Suso really thought that far ahead. You're like fucking Aizen. But then, why'd you just tell me all this? Oh, come now, Master Naruhodō. If you knew that much, you'd be deemed an accomplice to a crime.
Oh.
Huh? If it was revealed that you willingly tampered with the scene, you may have been dismissed. That's why Miss Susto kept the secret so closely held.
Okay, there you go. Okay. Okay, yeah, I totally buy that then. That's a good argument. Valid argument. I'm glad they explained it.
Master Naruhodō, she did this to protect both you and Miss Gina.
All right, that made that whole thing a lot less stupid. I'm super glad they clarified.
Susto!
For one mere moment, I began to doubt the law.
What?
Those who are just may still find themselves unjustly punished. The moment I came to this realization, I became a failure of a legal assistant.
Susto, you're nothing like McGundle or Krogray. Krogray was the one who used that peephole to lie to the court. And if it weren't for the contradiction caused by the peephole, Gina might have been ruled guilty at the trial. Susato, you saved Gina's life.
That sentiment means more to me than you could ever know.
Aww. You're my little buddy, Susato.
I thought I was your buddy!
You're my buddy, too. I thought I was your buddy, Master. Oh, get fun, you're all my buddies.
Ah, group hug, everyone! Hey!
Oh, I want a group hug. Can't we get... Oh, no, stay away from me. No, God,
Really, it's wonderful that Miss Gina was ruled not guilty. Yeah, but there's still so many questions I have that may have been left unanswered.
That's all for the sequel, Master Naruhodō.
But I can't believe you deduced that those discs had telegram information on them. That's truly incredible feat, Naruhodō. I doubt I could have done the same.
Well, we don't even have the full story behind that either.
Really?
There's actually a telegraphist in the jury, but she said that most of the transmission was just meaningless noise. Do realize that this was top secret information. It was likely encrypted as a failsafe just in case it was stolen.
Oh.
Encrypted? Starting to sound like a nightmare to code.
Oh, actually, now that I think about it, it couldn't have been what I was thinking. Where, right? I think we've actually pointed out that the disc, the player on the bottom was a little different than the one on top because it played it because the size of the holes didn't match up, right? So I don't think we could have mixed them up. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It still played the same note, but I think it also had different sized teeth, I believe. So it wasn't like, oh, I could put the one on the bottom and the one on the top, but yeah.
Just someone with too much time on their hands will come to find the answer.
That's me. A. So, oh, Asogi?
What was that?
Asogi? Is that you?
I mean, I never heard such a weird word before. Iris, please repeat what you just said. It was Asogi. Do you think it means something?
It doesn't just mean something.
It means everything.
Sogi's name, my best friend.
What? Iris, why on earth do you know that name? I just know down some of the code that was played in the court earlier.
She only just heard it once.
This girl really is a god. She's forced to be reckoned with.
I thought about being coded, so I tried all sorts of things. But I just can't seem to make any meaningful words. At least when I'm looking from an English point of view. Oh. And then I remembered, English isn't the only variant of Morse code. Every country in the world has some version of Morse code.
What? Then is this...
I've only seen the Japanese Empire's code chart once, so... I think you call it the Aroa code. Thank God I've got a photographic memory.
Then the telegram says Asogi?
Yeah, probably. Not that I remember the whole thing. I'm not that good. Iris, may I see that for a moment?
So do you understand Japanese Morse code?
No. Of course, I've studied it.
Oh.
I believe it will be vital for worldwide communication in the coming era.
At least till telephones come along. If you ask me, learning the English variant was probably the better idea.
Anyway, shut up! Iris, please let me see that code. Okay. What on earth does it mean?
As her gaze danced across the seemingly meaningless lines of Morse code, Suzuto's face gradually lost its color.
This does certainly appear to be Japanese Morse code.
Does that mean the British Empire is sending telegrams to Japanese?
I can't say I know yet, but there are 4 sets of character combinations here that seem to be names.
4 names?
The first is Kazuma-sugi!
Kazuma-sugi. Why is his name here, though?
The second one is A. Sashin.
Sashin. I don't think I've heard that name before.
Sequel, I guess.
The third is T. Gregson.
Toby Gregson.
Gregson? Most probably Tobias Gregson, the famed inspector himself. Why is that inspector's name coming in a classified telegram?
And the last.
What's wrong, Suzuto? Is it me?
Nothing, it's just a surprising name. What? Who is it? Who? Hurry up and tell us, Susie! The last name is J. Watson.
Oh.
What?
Ours' father. Watson?
John H. Watson? That's my daddy's name! All that's written is J. Watson, so we can't be entirely sure.
Was that a fucking hit list?
After the 4 names, the above 4. That's where Iris's memo stops.
The above 4 what? They need a demon dot.
I still can't believe it. That disc really had Japanese Morse code. Then we have those 4 mysterious names. It seems that these classified telegrams were part of a correspondence between the British and Japanese Empire.
Then maybe my daddy came from Japan! But maybe it's just too good to be true. There are loads of J's and Watsons all over the world, after all.
Professor of Yume University's Department of Medicine, Dr. John H. Watson. There's no way I could tell her what I might know right now. Aw. May have solved today's mystery, but it feels as though I've seen the entrance of a dark abyss.
Maybe. The darkness within that abyss isn't meant to be seen by our eyes.
No, I refuse to believe.
Seems the ship's about to depart.
Yeah.
That's not the Titanic, is it? No, Susan, come back!
After I board the steamship, I'll be on my way to France's port of Dunkirk. And from there, I will board a large passenger ship back to Japan. Susie, you're really leaving us?
Safe travels, Miss Susato. You better show up in the sequel, I swear to God.
Thank you. Please, everyone, take care of yourselves.
Susato! Come here, baby cakes. I wish you could have stayed here with me, so we could stand in court together.
Naruhodō.
Someday, please, come back. To me. You're the best legal assistant in the world, Susato.
Okay, yes. Of course, sir. I will definitely return. I'll definitely return! For dying Gyakuten and Saiban too! You mean it, Susie? I still haven't fulfilled my promise to you, Iris. What promise? About that manuscript, remember? Oh.
Down to the Baskervilles.
That's right, I never got an answer for that either.
We'll be waiting for you, Susie! We promise! Of course, Iris.
Aw. Susanto's such fucking adorable. Just all these dumb characters. God damn it.
Naruhodō,
Yeah?
do you remember when we first met?
Of course I do. How could I forget? When those sailors yanked me out of the SS L. Claire's wardrobe. You Susato tossed me to the other side of the room.
I met you before that! Oh, come now! I mean what came after that?
Also, technically, I actually met her before that, and before I was going on a trial.
After we solved the mystery together, I became oddly confident about something. I just knew that you would be the one to carry on Cosmo's will.
Susato.
My intuition wasn't mistaken. I'm sure. No, I swear. One day, I'll be back. Please, take care.
Yes. Auga.
これで
これで
龍之介最初の冒険の物語はおしまいだ。思えば不思議な運命に導かれてここまで来たような気がする。
Wagai's here too. Good, we didn't forget him at the courthouse.
僕は弁護士になって異国の街で名探偵と出会った。これからも
Jockey, I can't hear you.
様々な困難が僕を待ち受けているのだろう。
Now we already finished trials and tribulations.
でもどんな危機だって大逆転できる。そんな気がする。
I'm playing this music right now. I hope you enjoy.
だって僕には世界最高の仲間がいるのだから。
Oh, we thought we got to credits. Oh, one more thing, Master Naruhodō.
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
I have to end with an objection like we always do.
Got some pretty bad news for you. The railroad company is suing for that little trifle with the emergency train.
Huh?
You went too far! All the other trains got held up at the station.
That's your fault, man. I didn't do anything.
Oh well, we wouldn't have made it in time otherwise. So I told them it was all on you see.
Oh my god. Huh? What?
You'll probably be served with a formal complaint from them by tomorrow. I'm sure you'll be fine. We heard a certain tidbit from Miss Susato.
She said you love defending yourself, Ryu.
Huh? What? Yep. This is the same thing we do in every of the other games. Glad to see the tradition continues. Huh? Or actually, the other games we went. What? What? Don't
worry, I'll testify for you in court.
Oh, here we go.
I never thought he was the kind of person to do something so awful. Great testimony, right?
God damn it.
I think you guys were better than this. Fuck this, here we go. Mr. Holmes, I've only got one thing to say. Oh, yes. There's a certain word I want to say. Bobbies, go ahead. Scream from the depths of your very being.
Oh, I love it when you say it. Go, Ryu!
All right, get ready for this.
Idiotic!
I'm raising my hand.
Starring Naruhodō as Naruhodō.
Shu Takumi. People all over Europe have been sending me tons of music boxes. I was wondering what kind of conspiracy this might be, but as it turns out, I asked for it. Mr. Holmes needs your help to solve a mystery. That newspaper ad was a mistake. They were flying off the shelves. Whatever happened to real detective work? Oh well, Holmes wins again in the end. I've got a nice collection of music boxes now, and our books are selling like hotcakes.
My deadline is tomorrow. I haven't slept since yesterday. Usually, Omzi takes over breakfast duty at times like this. But I'll just make crumbly toast and muddy coffee. I miss Susie's Japanese breakfast.
Alright, you're such a good little buddy. You're so adorable, god damn it. Holmes is adorable, Naruhodō was adorable, Suzuto was adorable, Gina was adorable. You weren't adorable. Yeah, witness! Your testimony is completely contradictory. I was definitely part of the best case of the game. I think we all know it. You understand, you might come out crying and the meat on its out.
No matter what you think, my boy Amaru knows that I'm innocent. He's gonna blow the pinwheel.
Oh, hi, I'm back here. I asked to keep these petty disputes out of the Supreme Court. I was a character in this game. You remember me fondly, don't you, Nico?
No, I don't, actually. Fuck off. We're never going back to Japan, please.
After we escorted Nikamina to Shanghai, I decided to stay undercover on the ship. I arrested the suspicious Japanese man last night. We're taking him home now.
Oh, I'm not suspicious. All I did was hide Wagahi's newborn kittens in my pocket. Oh, how dare you treat me like a hardened criminal for protecting these little creatures? Oh, so he still has some cats with him. That's funny. Well, at least you didn't die, dude. I wasn't sure. We didn't really know for certain if you actually lived.
Sasaki!
Oh, this guy. Forensic investigation will be the symbol of our new police force for a new century. I dream of a world where logic and order governs all. Hundreds of components working in perfect order, much like Big Ben itself. Oh, excuse me. I only have 2 minutes and 37 seconds until my next meeting.
Oh, I think you're gonna be a big major force in the next one. I think it's clear he's probably the one in charge of all this undercover stuff, you know?
I'm in the newest issue of the Strand magazine. Boys at the pub will riot when they hear me say my lines. Huh. You're pretty good for an amateur. Ha! I'm no match for you, milady. If I did get in big trouble for that, and I got my fucking salary cut, because that fucking last case, damn you, Naruhodō, I blame the Jap!
Of course you do. Now back to being a moon again. I've been spending most of my days visiting Joan, of course. Now that I'm going up and down 3 stories every day, my legs are as strong as ever. I've also figured out the secrets to becoming my own maid. Neighbors still haven't realized that I'm both a landlord and a maid. I look beautiful in this getup. Look at me. Oh, God. I want to see it. Actually, it'd be really funny if he hired that leather maid. Oh, my God. That actually would be so fucking funny. And then he's looking at her ass the whole time. I got me some new talent here. She's quite talented, really.
My pet's back home, all thanks to the great baby.
Most enjoyable part of my job is picking up all the loose change on the street. My life mission is to keep my wife happy while I protect London in this loose change. Roll of my life.
But, my sweets.
Those two were cute as fuck, too. All that fucking, like, storytelling, environmental storytelling with the scarf and stuff. Wait! Oh, that's right, you went to jail.
I guess I ended up in here anyhow. I always pops over to visit every day, so it's not like I'm going balmy or nothing. House is always home's this and home's that. Talks for England, that's for sure. But you know, that crime scene investigating sounds proper wicked.
Oh, interesting. Are you thinking about becoming a detective or something? There, Gina? Gotta take on a new role. She's showing the fucking next game. I can't fucking wait. God damn it. Die. And by the way, I'm gonna die.
I threw away my past and walked the path of evil, but I did not regret a thing.
Stop bigging yourself, bro. That ain't like the Rupert I know.
They put me in the same cell as you two. God.
Let's get the game back together, ain't it? We all gonna die together. Middleton and Tim Belladairs for life.
I'm going to be executed tomorrow, you dipshits.
It'll just be like old times. Let's do it. 10 Bellas, woo!
Wait, was he the Wally you guys were talking about? Is that what they were looking for? Well, they do like to dance, like me. Okay, fine. Unfortunately, Rupert died the next day. They executed his ass, because he did a lot of shit. He killed so many people. So much crime.
I'll never forget these past 6 months. I've learned that life is a long line of faithful meetings and farewells. Naruhodō, one day, I swear, I will come and find you again. So, I'll just leave this memory here until that day comes. Naruhodō, I wish you all the best. I'll leave you this memory here.
This is after she Suzudo's housemate. I passed out. She comes over and just makes out with me. With my lifeless body.
Wake up and I got a good taste in my mouth. I don't know what it is.
I feel good. Oh my god, that's so fucking cute. Oh my god, that's the most adorable goddamn thing ever. Well, guys, oh my god, we're all little buddies. God damn, we're like a little happy family. I love it. Oh my god. Fuck this game. God damn it. Fuck. Made me record for almost 4 hours, by the way.
Hi, I'm still here. I'm not dead. Naruhodō?
Sogi?
Oh, we're gonna do this. The most anime fucking thing ever.
Why are you in the front? I'm the main character.
No, you're not. I'm the main character. We all know it.
Now we're gonna go through the journey together. Seriously, this is like one of the most anime things ever. Holy shit, it is lagging like a motherfucker, too. Time to meet all the people. I'm gonna go ahead of him in a second here. He's gonna trip and fall along the way. Go, I'm dead. And I'm gonna walk over his body.
That's right, I'm the new you.
We didn't get we didn't get an explanation at all for Giselle Brett either. I guess we didn't really need one. She's like, I just killed somebody and fuck you. I mean, at least to John H. Watson, so maybe that will get explained later.
There's old dear old daddy Mikotoba.
Oh man, I wish it wasn't chugging so hard.
As the sailors, I'm slightly I started looked like I was about to be Thanos there. Look, it looked like it was kind of like disintegrating.
Sogi, seriously, why are you in the front? Okay, by this point you're dead. I should be in front of you now. Sogi, get out of the way. Get out of the way, it's my gate.
No, Naruhodō. I will lead us to the credits. I will lead us to the promised land.
No! Give me the sword. It's mine. That's right. Get out of my fucking way.
Fine.
Wait, give me the sword. I need the sword.
Hello, little Russian girl. I feel bad for you. You murdered my best friend, but you did by accident. Just got a little too excited. Oh, there's Susato, and she's got the sword. Give it to me. Give me the sword, Susato. I need to use this to cut people down the line. Oh god, we're about to get cut off screen. Ah! It's fine, I'm catching up. I'm catching up.
I guess this is because of the emulator, honestly. Seems like this thing, the emulator is struggling to keep up with when it's like, they start putting a lot of shit on the screen at once. We can only handle a couple of sprites and a basic 2D background. Oh my god. Ah, Mr. Beppo's, oh Jesus, what's happening with him? Oh my god, everybody's faces are blah, blah, blah.
Hi there, Mr. McGundle.
Mr. McGundle gets fucking Thanos.
Oh! Mr. Barrister, I don't feel so good.
Good, you deserved a demon die. Even if Nico really liked voicing you.
Hello there, Master Naruhodō. I'm here too. I better not get Thanos. We all know I'm gonna show up and die Gyakuten and Saiban too, right? Right. Master Naruhodō. Master Naruhodō, wait for me! Don't leave me behind. Don't leave me to get Thanos.
I think I'll probably show up again. I better, even if I do get probably my salary cut. I don't know if I'm going to jail or not. Didn't look like I was in jail there at the end.
Don't get it. You're gonna be in jail forever.
Suseki and his Mr. Kitty.
So I didn't even realize Suseki was wearing those sandals. Because you never see anywhere below his waist. The only person whose bottom legs you see is fucking Van Zeke, so you're looking at him in the background. Takes the power of leg. He's just gonna go over there and fucking... he clotheslines Naruhodō with his leg. Blah!
Oh, really, man? Come on. We were doing so good.
That is the power of the law of London.
Hello there. Look at me dance. Do 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 do.
Hey, pal. Hey, chums. You going my way? My following too? I got my grenade launcher. I'm coming with you.
Oh, here we go. This is the rest of... Hey, all the people who help with the Scholar Studies translation. God Mode 9 team. God Mode.
And also this fucking Capcom, whoever the fuck that is.
Get out of here.
Everybody strike a pose.
I'm gonna shoot the person sitting at the TV.
Ah, yes, Naruhodō homes do their...
Snap the fingers. Create Ace Attorney, the adventure of Ryuunosuke Naruhodō.
In the end. Or is it?
Data is being saved. Any after credit scenes? Technically, there's a sequel. Oh, okay, that's it.
Well, guys, that is the Great Ace Attorney.
Okay, before we move on to my final thoughts, though, real quick, let's just go ahead and tally up what the total counters were by the end. So the grand total number of Asogis was
18.
Which, you know what? This one was, it really was honestly all at the start of the game. And after Sugi died, we had like 2 or 3, and that was it. This one sort of was a little bit of a letdown, I think. It was, like, people were saying, oh, yeah, like, you definitely need to make this counter, because it's going to be sent so much later in the game. And it really wasn't. It really was not. It was pretty much all in, like, that first case, and maybe a little bit of the second case, and then they just kind of stopped. But I will say, that first case and a little bit of the second, they did say it quite a bit. And then finally, the what do you mean counter? We reached a grand total of 91.
What do you mean?
Approximately. This was honestly, I don't know. This counter was definitely a bit of not one of my best choices, honestly, because of just how kind of like wishy-washy it was, and I realized that when I went into it, like, oh, well, what about what don't you mean? Or what about what is it you mean? Or, you know, like, there were so many different ways of actually saying that too that aren't exactly what do you mean? So, like, what do I start counting exactly? Or what does that mean? Or, and I was like, okay, so this is starting to get a little uncertain and a little wishy-washy, which ended up leading me having to clarify myself a lot because I wanted. So, for those of you who actually really cared about it, because some people really do honestly care, like, Nico, come on, you gotta be consistent. But at the same time, it also made it distracting for other people, so probably wasn't one of my better decisions to actually have this counter, so I don't think I'm gonna do a super common phrase like that again, unless it's something more tangible and more like, something not as common as like a basic question of like, that's like, you know, putting a thing for who are you or how did that happen or something, like a basic phrase. I mean, it's one thing maybe someone's catchphrase or something, but I think kind of something basic like that, I think I'm gonna probably move away from this point on. But that's it. That was still quite a few what do you means. we still got a good number kind of spread throughout this whole game. We did actually get a little bit of a drought there just before the final case, but then that final trial case, we got what do you mean straight through to the end. They were like, they were holding it back basically for that final moment. It was glorious. Final thoughts of the game, it fucking sucked. I hated it so much. I'm just kidding. I can't keep it with this straight. No. This game was fucking great. This game was really, really great. Holy shit. Oh my god. I loved this game. This is definitely gonna be one of my top Ace Attorney games, honestly. It started off a bit rocky for me, I'm not gonna lie. But it just shows, and honestly, that just shows how good everything that came after the first case was. That it turned my opinion around like that, you know? Because that's like, it's hard to get past a first impression. But holy fuck, everything that came after that first case for me was just gold. And I know a lot of you are like, Nico, the first case wasn't bad. And maybe this is just me, all right? I'm not going to say that, oh, you're wrong. I think it's wrong. I think the first case was terrible. I'm going to say, no, I in my opinion, in my personal opinion, I didn't like it. I didn't think it was great. It was too long. It was not that interesting. It just dragged at points, you know? Like, if it was half as long as it was, I think it would have been at least, okay, like a decent start. It still would have probably been the weakest case of the whole game, but it still would have been just less of a grind to get through. It also just didn't start introducing some of the new stuff till later, which I think was a mistake. I really think they should have started doing that earlier on to help grab us, you know? Like they had the new thing with the multiple witnesses at the stand. They really didn't make use of it at all in the first case. Like they bring it up one time and they're like, that's it. I liked they established the setting there, but I feel like that one really needed to be reworked, in my opinion, all right? Again, my opinion, if you liked it, great. I'm not saying you're wrong, all right? This is just my own personal opinion. But that said, everything that came after it was fucking fantastic, all right? Like, I started the second case was like, oh, great, Naruhodō's representing himself. But in the end, it wasn't even a trial case. The fact that we just investigated, we got to meet Sherlock Holmes, which was fucking great. He was a great character, a great addition. Then, of course, we went to England. We got to see the whole jury system. We met Iris, who's also awesome. Gina, also awesome. McGundle, oh my god, that whole fucking third case was, like, the second case was like, I'm like, hey, this is actually really pretty good. You know, like, that helped kind of swing me back around. And then the third case was when I was like, oh my god, this shit is fucking amazing. This shit is so fucking hype. Like, the case just ends with so many questions. And I loved that. I love that so fucking much. I was like, yes. And then we get another case with the Gyardebs. Also a great case. I loved just the setup of that. It was actually ended up being sort of simpler than we really thought it would be. Funny, we never actually figured out who that lady was. I thought that would play into something, but nope, not really. This game really played on your expectations a lot. Like, they set you up for stuff you're like, oh, you think you see the plot twist coming, and nope, guess again, bitch, pulls the rug right out from under you. And I like that. I really like that. I don't want to know exactly what happens in all these games. I want to be fucking surprised. And this game surprised a lot. I did manage to figure out the Morse code thing there at the end, but still, a lot of the details for that were still super vague. And again, the last case was fucking great too. I still think the cat door thing, I think, was probably the kind of the goofiest part. But it definitely didn't tarnish what was overall still a very great case, you know? Like, oh my god, seeing the moments with Gina coming up there accepting the trust of somebody else, like, finally, and just, honestly, that bit of characterization we got for Rupert there at the end, talking about his father, his interactions with McGundle, and then suddenly now everything in case 3 now makes sense, and like, oh man, that felt really good, you know, like, goddamn. It was really like a lot of stuff going on there. It was hard to keep track of, especially with the different bullets and the different guns. I was like, wait, who shot who and what at what point? One thing I really did appreciate too was just how much this game did go to clarify some of these things that were significant, that mattered, you know? It didn't matter that Mr. Garrett had a book from whoever with a bookmark or something. Maybe it was some lost lover and he had a fake name. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to the case or something. But this whole thing with like Suzuto and why she did the cat door thing and all that, and they did explain that. They need to explain that, and I'm so glad they did, because I was like, this, I feel like this doesn't make any sense. But when she explains it to me and tells it in the reasoning, yes, it actually does make sense. And you know, it's like sometimes you gotta tell the player, you know, sometimes you gotta let them know what's going on, so that they aren't just left in the dark and like, trying to piece it together, but then it just, sometimes you don't get it right, you know? You're like, this just seems fucking stupid. So, I'm glad about that. The music in this game, I think I like the soundtrack of this game, I think, better than any of the other Ace Attorney games. And that's saying something, because those games had amazing soundtracks too. But this one actually, like, the thing about, a lot of you guys would give me crap, because they were like, Nico, why don't you ever mention the soundtrack for these games and how good they are? It's because a lot of times I'm talking over it, you know? I'm talking over with my goofy voices and reading people's lines and stuff, so it's not against it. It's hard for me to hear it over my talking. But this game, I heard this shit even over my own talking, how good it was. I think that is, again, a testament just how excellent the soundtrack was. Like, goddamn, like, Asogi's theme, I've listened to that actually, like, away from the game and afterwards. So good. But it wasn't just that, like, we're like, pointing out contradictions, the calmer moments, the sweeter moments, is beautiful orchestrals that, again, really reminds me a lot of Dark Cloud 2. They had a very kind of similar, very string-intensive soundtrack as well. And it was gorgeous, really hit home in some of those scenes. But man, like, this game, what really just, like, absolutely drives it home is the fucking characters. Just, like, their interactions with one another, I wasn't sure where they were going with initially with, like, okay, we had Suzuto and Naruhodō and then the goofy Holmes, and I liked Holmes, but, like, how are they gonna interact with him? Is he just gonna be, like, basically this game's Gumshoe, or his freaking Fulbright, or any of those detective people, Emma Skye, any of them? It's not even that, no. Inspector Gregson's probably more along the lines of that role there. He's more like our X Factor, right? The guy that comes in and interrupts everything, but it still helps to lead us to the truth, like the additional detective, but also our good friend, and also sort of like at the end, it seems like we become almost like a family, you know, with Suzuto, Naruhodō, Iris, and Sherlock, and even probably Gino. You throw that in there, and I really liked that camaraderie. Something I didn't always feel they did the best in some of the Ace Attorney games, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like, and I'm doing this, like, I probably didn't really notice it at the time, but it's just now a comparison between this and that. And I'm not saying that they weren't like a happy group. Of course, Phoenix and Maya and Apollo and Trucy and all of them. But I feel like I just didn't get that same level of, like, integration into the main story, of actually seeing them, like, hey, we're going out to dinner, having fun together, and things like that. Like, that felt so good here. You know, you could probably try to dig down. If you press them, probably, and you get some extra fluff dialogue, you might find it. But this was actually interwoven into the main story. It was things that we had to see. And I liked that. I really enjoyed it. And it really made the characters just so much more likable, more like, I just want to see them talk to each other. That's why I started investigating now more things. I started, you know, examining all the objects that weren't case relevant, because I just wanted to see what they'd say to each other. And I didn't feel a lot of times that way in the previous Ace Attorney games, at least not all the time. Suzuto, best assistant ever, absolutely. And not just a legal assistant, just best little buddy. Like, compared to Trucy and Maya, who I love as well, she's just way better, way more capable. I liked having a capable assistant that wasn't just a goofy side character for the laughs and gaffs and the humor and to shit on, you know, the main guy. It felt a lot better. Naruhodō, I wasn't really sure about him initially, but I did like his coming to grips with, like, how to be a good attorney. That it wasn't, I liked this so much better. I loved it so much better instead of just, I mean, they did sort of go back to believe in your client no matter what, but what really was the
what led to that was the believe into yourself no matter what. Because that applies to so much more than just believing in your client, you know? Believe in your own capabilities as an attorney. Believe in your belief that this evidence is vital and important and you're going to be able to solve this case, you know? Like, trust in yourself. And I thought that was such a better message than just believe in your client no matter fucking what, right?
Until you get mad on guard, then don't believe in your client anymore.
That I think was so much better, and that revelation they came to with Magundal, you know, having fully trusted in him only for it to get backstabbed, and then wonder with Gina, is this the right thing to do? And as well as Saseki, you wonder if that was the right thing to do. It was so good. It was so fucking good. I thought Magundal honestly was a much better fucking mad on guard. Like, they made us wonder, those like, did he do this? Like, we questioned that till the very end of the game if he actually did it. And yeah, he fucking did. Like, he fucking did it, and it was, ooh, it turned out he was a monster too. Ooh, man. But that was good because they set us up because we're not sure about it. They did that with Mad on Guard, but I think it was just the execution here was a lot better. A lot better. It was like they took that and they just made it better. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. I know it sounds like I'm probably like shitting on all the old Ace Attorney games. They're all garbage compared to this game. But it's really just a hindsight thing, okay? I still think a lot of those games are great. But it's after playing this game that I see how much better they can be, you know? And I think that's what I just loved about this game. It took the formula, it mixed things up a bit, and it made it better. So much better. And I can't wait to see what the sequel is going to be like. I really can't. I think it's going to be something amazing. From what I've heard, actually, I've heard a lot of you guys say the second game is actually vastly better than the first game from the people who actually played it or have talked about it. So that has me fucking excited. Like, holy shit. What? What? So, yeah, this game was amazing. Absolutely amazing. If you can't tell just the way I'm just absolutely talking nonstop about it, like these thoughts are just fucking coming out of my fucking mouth. I don't have to sit here and think about it because it's just, there was so much to talk about of how good this game was. So, yeah. This game was great. This game was really fucking great. So, where does this go within my rankings of games? So, I was trying to think. So, we got Ace Attorney Investigations 2 that's been the top dog for the longest time, right? I still think that one is going to remain my top dog, though. It's mainly because of the first case of this game. Just, for me, that is still the weakest case of the entire game. Compared to the first case to the rest of the cases of the game, it's just nowhere near as good. And it just feels like, oh, I don't know. Like, it feels like they don't find their footing until the second case for me. So I think I still gotta give it to Ace Attorney Investigations 2 just because that game was consistently good from beginning to end. Even the first case was great. Everything was great in that game. But I think I am gonna say that this game is my second favorite. I think Gyakuten and Saiban, the Great Ace Attorney, I think it now beats out Apollo Justice. Which I think I had that as my second game, right? Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Apollo Justice, Trials and Tribulations, Spirit of Justice. Gosh, so many games now. Then maybe like the first Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies, then Justice for All, then Ace Attorney Investigations 1. I think that's it. I think it's all of them. But I'm putting this game at number 2 for me. This was just fantastic. And honestly, if the second game really does end up being as good as people are saying it is, now just, especially with me now knowing these characters and now already fully engaged in the story, it could easily, I think, end up becoming my new number 1 favorite game. So I really have to thank Scarlet Study for the time and hours they clearly spent in translating and editing and putting together this game. You all did a phenomenal job. I am very sorry that I did not convey that in the best way possible with the whole what do you mean counter and stuff, and I really am sorry that came across as me trying to poke fun at you guys, and I absolutely understand that. It wasn't like, it's not like, oh, I don't get it. No, I did not handle that the best. So I am very sorry about that. I want you guys to know that your translation was very, very good, okay? Excellent. The only thing, I think at the very end, there was a first, like, spelling error and that I actually had come across in the game. So, it's fucking great. And I realized that also, probably unlike Ace Attorney Investigations 2, which I was comparing this to, this game maybe had more instances of repeated phrases that wasn't in that game. So I realized that in that instance, you guys had probably a harder time. At least that's from what I've heard. I do think, and I just want to say this, and I'm saying this as a tiny thing and a massive good, all right? Everything great. I still think there are still some moments where you guys do need to work on some repeated phrasing, all right? And I know this is because of the source material being that way. I totally understand that. And I understand that means more effort for you guys. And this is really just coming from someone who wants the same thing that you do, to see the best version of this game possible. And I know that, like, I can tell, and the more I saw that the number of versions of what do you mean, you guys did spice up the things like that a million times, you know, like, because they say it's so fucking much in this game of, you know, basically saying what they said with a question mark at the end. You guys did, for the most part, a great job of trying to spice it up. I think the problem was that there were still times where a phrase would get said in a row too often, and it started to become noticeable. Like, there were times where they said, what do you mean, right? But there also, I also noticed a lot of times where they said however a lot, which I know it's like, that's a common word, but it was said so many times in certain instances where, like, someone would say something, however, and then da-da-da-da-da-da. I didn't bring that up because I didn't want to harp on it or anything. And there were other ones, again, other sort of repeated phrases. Again, I blame on the source material. I don't blame you guys. I know that this is an incredible amount of work and that this is immensely difficult to try to keep variety up and keep from happening. It's something that I still notice, and I just feel like I should mention to you guys, all right? Whether you choose to do anything about it or not, you don't have to, you know? It's up to you. If you decide it's not that big of a deal, or there's other things we'd rather focus on, that, or if I'm the only person that's even bringing up these things, then yeah, don't fucking worry about it. But I'm just telling you guys, in case that is a major worry to you, all right? It was noticeable to me on some occasions, not all the time. I think it actually got better as it went along. Although we did get some more what do you means there at the end, but it still, overall, it was a really, really excellent translation, okay? Now, I want you, that's the part I want you guys to remember, Scarlet Study, okay? Everyone who was over there, I want you to know that this was an excellent translation, and it was the reason why I love this game so much. All right, I wouldn't have loved this game if it wasn't for you guys and the amazing effort you put into this. So, just thank you. Thank you for making this possible for all these Ace Attorney fans to actually experience this game, because Capcom apparently is too much of a fucking pussy to do it now. I guess it sounds like they're struggling with the Sherlock Holmes copyright stuff, which is really unfortunate, because this was something special. But thank you guys, seriously, thank you. Thanks to Kai too for helping get this game set up for me. Of course, Random Browser as well. She really helped out with that too. I really look forward to checking out the second game. I heard you guys, the Scarlet Study is getting to work on that as well, and I can't wait to check it out whenever it's finished. I will wait with bated breath, and you bet your ass I'll be on that shit when it's released. But thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this game. I'm sorry that I started off a bit unsure and a bit sort of like wary of it at the beginning, and when I started getting a little sick of it, I try to be as honest as I can with my Let's Plays, you know? So if I'm feeling that way, I will say it. But I know that does kind of put a bit of a damper on a Let's Play if you guys are watching and you don't feel that way, which I think a lot of you that's the way you were feeling. You're like, I don't know where Nico's coming from here. And that's never a great feeling. And I am sorry about that. I just want to be honest. That's it. That was my honest feelings at the time, and it wasn't me trying to drag down the Let's Play or rag on the game or anything, you know? I feel like honesty is important in all these Let's Plays, you know? So you guys know I'm not just some character over here spouting a bunch of shit, you know? It's me. It's me, Nico Bizzle, the Dino Sizzle. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this Let's Play. I had so much fun with this. Such a fucking good game. If you did, please leave a like and a favor. If you enjoyed this as much as I did, seriously, please also show some love to Scarlet Study, because they seriously just did such an amazing job with this game. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad they did this. I'm so glad they put all that effort into this. This had to be an absolutely monumental fucking job putting this together. Everything was honestly, like, even like the subtitles of like cutscenes, the implementation of the additional like objections and hold it, and got it or gotcha or whatever the little blurbs were, and all fit in there so seamlessly that this really felt like an official translation of the game. But if you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like and a favor. It really does help me out. And subscribe if you're not already, become a P Penguin or this LP, where the days are always sunny and the vids are always funny. And hey, if you guys are really enjoying this these video series and you want to help me continue to bring you guys these videos, please consider becoming a patron over my Patreon. Honestly, just $1 per month really does go a long way to help me bring you guys the best content possible. And of course, to all my patrons on Patreon, as well as my Twitch subscribers for their membership there, just thank you guys so much for the support. Especially with just how bad YouTube's ad revenue is. It's not gotten any better. It just isn't. I don't think it will be anymore. I'll let you guys know if it ever changes. I really will. Like, I've been waiting for it. I keep thinking at some point it's gonna go back to it, but
it's been, I think now, almost over a year since it's kind of been this way, and it doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. So, it just seems to be the new normal. I don't understand it. I don't know if I ever will understand it. It's because you guys have supported me through these other venues that I'm actually able to continue to do this and to honestly live my dream by making these videos, because this is honestly my dream job, and I just have you guys to thank for that. So just thank you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. And I look forward to whatever game you guys want me to play next. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if there's a game you want me to play, or an anime, or something you want me to react to. Whatever. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will definitely consider it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. And as always, till next time, stay classy!